Let's see the advantages of virtual memory. See, we have already seen that degree of multiprogramming is higher in case if we use virtual memory, right? Because in case if we maintain only few pages of a process, we will be able to have more number of processes inside the RAM. So degree of multiprogramming is going to increase. If degree of multiprogramming increases, obviously our CPU efficiency will also increase. Okay, in case if you want, you can also include here. Degree of multiprogramming is higher, also CPU efficiency is higher because of using virtual memory. See, we are seeing the advantages of virtual memory over not using virtual memory. Okay, fine. We will be able to execute even processes whose size is larger than the size of RAM. This is very important point, right? See, have you ever wondered? See, let us assume I'm having a computer. We are using computers, right? Let us assume I'm using 4 gigabytes of RAM, but still I'm playing games like FIFA or whatever. I play FIFA. I don't know what games you play. We still play games whose size is larger than 4 gigabytes, right? For example, in case if you take FIFA, it will be roughly around 7 gigabytes or 8 gigabytes, right? Now with 4 gigabytes of RAM, how am I actually playing a game whose size is larger than the size of RAM, which means 7 gigabytes or 8 gigabytes. Now how this is possible? This is possible because of virtual memory. That's what I told you, that today every computers use virtual memory concept. So let us assume this is our RAM and this RAM has been divided into frames, right? This has been divided into frames, fine. Now let us assume its total size is 4 gigabytes. Let us assume we have a process whose size is 8 gigabytes. Okay, its size is 8 gigabytes. Now in case if I am not using virtual memory, I cannot place this. See, what do we mean by not using virtual memory? If a process is present in the RAM, it has to be present completely, or it should not be present. So I will not be able to place the complete process over here because the size of the process is larger than the size of the RAM. Now in case if I am not placing the process over the RAM, our CPU cannot execute it, right? Because CPU cannot directly access the hard disk. So effectively, in case if I'm not using virtual memory over the scenario where process size is larger than the size of RAM, I cannot execute the process forever, right? Now by using virtual memory, I can do it. Why? Because CPU will require only 1 or 2 pages of a process, right? Only a few pages. Let us assume, though this process is having 8 gigabytes, let us assume CPU needs only these 2 pages of process. Now what it can do is it can simply load these 2 pages over here and then it can still execute it. Now while executing it, in case if it feels like it needs some other page, what it will do is it will take the next page, okay, in case if it wants. So actually what we are doing is we are having only few pages inside the RAM and still we are executing the process. So effectively we can still execute processes whose size is larger than the size of the RAM by using the concept of virtual memory. That is what is given here. We will be able to execute even processes whose size is larger than the size of RAM. This is not possible if we don't use virtual memory. Okay, these are the two main advantages of virtual memory. Fine.